Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we are looking at how Taiwan is using technology to teach English to students.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, so it's all detailed in this 79-page final report that we've got.
Yeah, they're really trying to make Taiwan a bilingual nation by 2030.
Yeah, a lot of countries are trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And this project is a really key part of that goal. And they're basing a lot of this project on some pretty interesting learning theories.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, one of the frameworks they talk about is the Effective Language Learning Conditions Theory by Carol Chappell.
Okay, and can you tell us a little more about that? Like, what are some of the most interesting parts of that theory?
Sure. So Chappell highlights the importance of meaningful interaction for language acquisition.
Okay, so it's more than just like, memorizing vocabulary.
Right, exactly.
It's about actually using the language.
Yeah, you need to be able to communicate in real-life situations.
Yeah, and this project actually goes even further than that. They've created this really cool online platform called Cool English.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
That's such a catchy name. I love it.
It is.
What's it like?
Well, it's designed for students between 9 and 15 years old, and it's all about making learning fun.
Okay, that's a good age to target because that's when they're really starting to get into technology.
Exactly. And so they're really embracing that and using technology to its full potential.
So it's like edutainment, right?
Yeah, exactly. Edutainment, they call it.
Okay, so what kind of features does it have?
Well, they've got a bunch of different features for, different skills like listening, speaking, reading, writing.
Okay, so a very well-rounded program.
Yeah, it really is. They've thought of everything.
Okay, so let's start with listening.
Okay, so one of the features for listening is called Live ABC, and basically it's just a bunch of videos about everyday topics.
Oh,
Like things like traveling, shopping, ordering food.
Oh, that's really practical.
Yeah, things that you would actually use in real life.
Right.
And the cool thing is the videos have subtitles and quizzes.
Oh, wow. So you can really test your understanding.
Yeah, and they even have this series called Tour Taiwan Learn English, where you can explore different landmarks in Taiwan while you're practicing your English.
That's so cool.
It is, yeah.
That's a great way to tie language learning into something that's visually stimulating.
For sure. And for the movie fans out there, they have a feature called Fun in Movies.
Oh, tell me more.
So it's basically using short clips from popular films to teach common phrases.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's really good for learning authentic language. And then for the younger learners, they have Children's Song Paradise,
Oh,
which is basically just a bunch of catchy songs that can help them learn new words and grammar.
that's such a great way to learn when you're a kid.
Yeah, it is. It's really effective.
Okay, so that's listening covered. What about speaking? Because I think speaking can be a really challenging skill to learn.
It is, yeah, and it's one of the things that people get really nervous about.
For sure.
So they have this really cool feature called CoolieBot.
What is that?
It's an AI-powered chatbot. So you can practice speaking with it 24/7.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it's almost like having a conversation partner whenever you need one.
That's a great idea.
And you can choose different themes and personalities for the bot, so it's not always the same.
That's so cool. So it really does feel like you're talking to a real person.
Yeah, exactly. And it takes the pressure off a little bit
That's true.
because you're not worried about making mistakes in front of someone.
Right.
And then they also have a pronunciation assessment system.
Oh, tell me about that.
Yeah, so it uses Microsoft technology, and it gives you feedback on your pronunciation in real time.
That's so high tech.
It is, yeah, it's really advanced.
Wow.
And it's not just for single words or phrases.
Oh, really?
They also have a passage oral assessment system where you can practice giving longer speeches.
Oh, wow. So you can really work on your fluency.
Exactly. And they even use AI to generate text prompts for the speeches.
So you don't have to come up with your own topics.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool. And then they also have instant communication for daily life too.
Yes.
What is that?
So that builds upon a really popular English learning resource, and it provides more advanced dialogues for different situations.
Oh, that's great.
So it's kind of like the next level up.
So no matter your level, there's something for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm so impressed with how comprehensive this is.
It really is. They've done an amazing job.
Okay, so we've talked about listening and speaking. What about reading?
All right. So for reading, they have thousands of these graded readers.
Oh, yeah, I was reading about that.
From publishers like TCM and Scholastic.
Yes.
So graded readers are great because they're designed to help you build fluency and vocabulary. And because there's so many different ones, there's something for everyone.
And they have this really interesting tool called the Immersive Reading Tool
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
that has all these features like syllable breakdown, part of speech tagging.
It really helps you understand the text.
Yeah, and it even has AI-generated text for extra context.
Yeah, so it's really interactive.
And they have these picture books as well for the younger kids, like Reading Fantasy Kingdom and Magical Reading Journey.
Yeah, those are really cute.
Uh,
They're beautifully illustrated.
and for older learners, there's CLIL readers.
Ah, yes. CLIL stands for Content and Language Integrated Learning.
Oh, right.
So these readers combine English learning with other subjects,
Like what kind of subjects?
like science, history, geography.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, so you're learning about other things while you're practicing your English.
I love that.
It makes it more interesting.
Okay, so reading is covered. What about writing? What kind of features do they have for that?
Okay, so they have this really cool AI-powered writing assistant called Lingual Write,
Wow.
and it gives you feedback on your writing in real time.
Oh, wow.
So it's like having a virtual editor.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really helpful. And then, of course, they have multiple grammar checking tools.
Of course. Gotta
Yeah.
have that.
Yeah, it's essential.
Okay, so listening, speaking, reading, writing, what about grammar?
Okay, well, they have a special section just for grammar called Magic Grammar Book.
Okay, I was going to say they have to have something for grammar.
Right.
So what's
Mhm.
that like?
So it's basically just interactive quizzes and exercises to help you learn the rules.
Okay, so it's kind of like gamified a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it more fun.
Okay, so we've covered all the main skills.
What else is there?
No. They also have this really cool section called textbook enhancement.
Oh, interesting. Tell me more about that.
Okay, so they've created resources that are aligned with the 108 curriculum.
Which is?
It's the current national curriculum in Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
So these resources are designed to complement what students are already learning in school.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and they have things like video explanations, interactive exercises, and even games.
So they're making sure that the learning is connected to what they're doing in the classroom.
Exactly. And of course, because we're talking about edutainment, they have a whole section dedicated to games.
I knew there had to be games.
What kind of games are we talking about?
Okay, so they have this one called Sing and Learn English,
Okay.
which uses different genres of music to teach vocabulary and grammar.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's like learning through song lyrics.
I love that.
And then they have Game Carnival, which has like hundreds of educational games.
Wow.
And then they have Karaoke Zone, where you can sing along to kids' songs in English.
Oh, that's cute.
It is,
Oh
yeah.
my God, I'm exhausted just hearing about all of this. This is amazing.
It is. It's really impressive.
And there's more.
There's more.
What else is there?
They also have tools for teachers.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so they have all sorts of things to help teachers integrate cool English into their classrooms.
Like what kind of tools are we talking about?
Well, they have AI-powered tools for creating quizzes and tests.
Wow.
And they even have a tool that can generate audio materials.
So cool.
And then they have this immersive chat room where teachers can create simulated scenarios.
So students can practice their English in different contexts.
Exactly. Yeah,
Wow, this is truly an all-encompassing platform.
it really is. They've thought of everything.
Okay, so we've covered the online platform pretty extensively. Is there anything else they're doing as part of this project?
Yes, so they've actually developed several initiatives to bring cool English beyond the screen.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, they've realized that it's important to connect the online learning to real-world experiences.
Right, you need to be able to use the language outside of the computer.
Exactly.
So how are they doing that?
Well, first of all, they have all these online contests,
Oh, like what?
like English Listening King, English Reading King, Speaking Master. They even have a Cybersecurity King contest.
Wow.
Yeah, and they have a lesson plan contest for teachers.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, to encourage them to come up with creative ways to use cool English in their classes.
That's fantastic.
And then they have county-city collaborations.
What are those?
So they've partnered with local governments all over Taiwan to promote cool English and organize special events.
Oh, like what kind of events?
Oh, all sorts of things like English camps, speaking competitions, scavenger hunts.
Wow, so it's really becoming like a community effort.
It is, yeah, it's really great.
And they also have independent learning activities.
Yeah, those are monthly challenges to encourage students to use cool English for self-directed learning.
Oh, cool. So it's like keeping them engaged even when they're not in school?
Exactly.
Wow, this is incredible. They really have gone above and beyond to make this a holistic program.
They really have. It's very impressive.
Okay, so before we move on to the impact of the project, I just want to say I'm blown away by everything we've learned so far.
Too, it's really incredible what they've done.
So tell me, what kind of impact has this project had?
Well, the report highlights that they've been really successful in reaching a large number of students.
That's amazing. So it's not just a small group of kids, it's a national effort.
Exactly. And it
Hmm.
seems like their approach of combining good teaching methods with technology is really working.
Yeah, it shows that technology can be a really powerful tool for learning if it's used effectively.
Absolutely. And the best part is they're not stopping there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the report outlines their plans for continuing to develop and expand Cool English.
That's what I like to hear. You always need to keep improving.
Exactly. You can't just create something and then forget about it.
Right.
You need to constantly be looking for ways to make it better.
I wonder, though, what does all of this mean for the future of education and language learning in general?
That's a great question.
Like, we've seen how successful this project has been in Taiwan. Could this be a model for other countries?
It certainly could be. It shows that with careful planning and a focus on engagement, technology can really transform education.
It makes you think, what if every student had access to a platform like this?
Yeah, imagine the possibilities.
It's not just about memorizing vocabulary anymore. It's about creating an immersive and interactive learning experience.
Exactly.
And it's not just limited to language learning.
Yeah.
I think we could apply these ideas to any subject.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine interactive platforms for math, science, history.
All right, any subject where you want to make learning more engaging.
Exactly.
I love that idea.
So to our listeners, we leave you with this final thought.
Imagine a world where every student has access to these kinds of personalized and engaging learning experiences.
What kind of future could we build if we really embrace the power of technology to transform education?
That's a great question to think about.
It is, and I think it's something that we all need to be thinking about as we move forward.
Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, it's been a great conversation.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those knowledge-seeking fires burning.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've had a lot of success reaching a huge number of students all across Taiwan.
That's fantastic. So it's not just like a small pilot program or anything?
Nope, it's really having a nationwide impact.
That's really cool. And it sounds like this combination of solid learning theory and engaging technology is really resonating with the students.
It is, and that's encouraging, right? It means that technology can be a really powerful tool when it comes to learning.
For sure. And they're not stopping there, are they?
No, they're not. The report actually talks about their future plans for developing and expanding Cool English.
Oh, wow. So this is like an ongoing project.
Yeah, they're committed to making it even better.
That's fantastic. It's so important to always be looking for ways to improve.
It is, and it shows that they're really dedicated to this project.
It really does make you wonder, though, what does all of this mean for the bigger picture of education?
That's a great question.
You know, like we've seen how successful this has been in Taiwan. Could this be a model for other countries?
It definitely could be. I mean, it shows that if you plan carefully and focus on engagement, technology can really make a difference.
Imagine if every student had access to a platform like this.
Right, that. The possibilities are endless.
It's not just about memorizing facts anymore.
No, it's about creating a really immersive and interactive learning experience.
And this isn't just limited to language learning, is it?
No, not
I
exactly.
mean, we could apply these ideas to so many other subjects too.
Absolutely. Like, think about math or science or history.
Oh yeah, or even art or music.
Exactly anything where you want to make learning more fun and engaging.
I love that this deep dive is really making me think outside the box.
That's what it's all about.
So to our listeners out there, we'll leave you with this final thought.
Imagine a world where every student has access to personalized and engaging learning experiences like those offered by Cool English.
What kind of future could we build?
What if we really embrace the power of technology to transform education?
It's an exciting thing to think about.
It is for sure.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those knowledge-seeking fires burning.
You know what's really interesting to me is just how thorough this is. Like, it's not just about the tech they're using, but also how it all fits together. You know, the teaching methods, how they're connecting it to the real world, and the support they're giving to teachers and students.
It's like a whole ecosystem for language learning, isn't it?
Exactly. And I think the focus on making it fun is so important.
Yeah, learning a language shouldn't feel like a chore, right?
Right. It should be engaging. It should be exciting.
And if it's fun, people are more likely to stick with it.
Yeah, absolutely. This deep dive has been really fascinating.
I agree. It's been great to see all these innovative approaches to education.
It's inspiring, you know.
So to our listeners, we leave you with this final thought. Imagine a world where every student, no matter where they are or what their background is, has access to personalized and engaging learning experiences like those offered by Cool English.
That's a great point.
What kind of future could we build if we really embrace the power of technology to transform education?
That's something worth thinking about.
It really is.
It's been a pleasure talking about this.
It has. Thanks for joining us.
Of course.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those knowledge-seeking fires burning.